Good morning, everyone. This is Johnny Girardi, DataSelf founder and CEO. Happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to have an exciting, informative 25-minute session about analytics for Saleslogix. Before I jump into the presentation, I want to give a quick history of why I founded this business back in 2005. So I'm an electrical engineer, and in my early career, I was a programmer for many, many years. Eventually, I fell in love with the business area. I did an MBA and became a business person. And for me, reporting and analysis was never really an issue. I was a programmer. I could take complicated reporting tools, go to databases, and just do it. Sometimes it would take a while, but I could do it. While my business peers, they didn't have so much luck. They would have to call on a consultant. They would have to call me for help, and it would just take a long time for them to get their questions answered. So I decided to join the business intelligence industry back in the year 2000, and in 2005, I decided to, found DataSelf. And the main vision was, and it still is today, is there is great technology in the upper market, in the Fortune 2000, that is really easy and designed for business people. However, those technologies are usually too expensive for mid-sized companies and too complicated to set up. So my vision was, I think I can find the right tools from the upper market. I can make them simpler. I can make them better for mid-sized companies. So I started this journey back in 2005. And today, what you're going to be showing is the latest and greatest, and I think you'll be impressed. So let's go for it. First of all lines are muted. And if you have questions, please use the GoToMeeting chatting box, because we're going to be addressing those questions at the end of the presentation. I'm going to break the presentation in three parts. First of all, I'm going to show why analytics, why us. Then I'm going to show the product, our product, and then we're going to open Q&A. So why people look for analytics for Saleslogix? First of all, to have a better understanding of their opportunity in pipeline management, to see, where the opportunities are, the probabilities, who is selling, which account managers they have, what territories, what customers, what products, product families, and so forth. Trying to get a better understanding of for campaign and contact management. And sometimes for campaign, you also have to circle back your campaign along your opportunities and sales to have a better understanding of how effective they are, and analytics can help you with that. Ticket management, what issues are you facing more lately? How long is it taking to fix them? Who are more effective? So many things on the ticket management can be challenging with Saleslogix alone, and analytics can help you with that. The plain sales and profitability analysis, who's buying, who's no longer buying, who's growing, who's declining, or what products are growing, declining sales, how profitable they are. Those questions sometimes you need better understanding, and analytics can help you go way deeper than what Saleslogix can provide you. Sales commission, sometimes takes hours, days, or weeks to put together a commission at the end of the period. Well, with analytics, we usually automate 100% of the process to calculate sales commission. Anytime you can check how you are against your goals and how much you're going to be making for any given period. And finally, data integration. Sometimes when you're analyzing your Saleslogix data, you may want to combine information from your ERP system, from maybe Excel files, and have a better understanding of your opportunities and sales, and analytics can help you with that. There are many other purposes people come for us for analytics, but those are the most popular ones. This chart here talks about Gartner. Gartner is one of the most reputable companies doing technology analysis from the Fortune 2000 world. And every year, they release around February the latest analysis of the players in the upper market and how well they're doing from a BI and analytics standpoint. Well, the more these are BI vendors, the more a BI vendor is to the right here, the better it is for Fortune 2000. So not a big deal for mid-sized companies. However, the better the company is doing on the y-axis, the higher the better. Well, these two vendors here, Tableau and Microsoft, right now are considered the best on their own segments. Tableau is considered the king of the hill when it comes to dashboarding, ease of use, analytics for business people. And Microsoft is considered the best from a BI infrastructure standpoint. Well, what about them? What about us? What about you here? Well, what we do goes back to my initial vision. I took the best of the breed technology, right now they are the best of the breed, Tableau and Microsoft BI. I put them in a box, and then I add my own technology that eliminates programming from that platform. So it's simplified. And then we add more than 2,000 reports, dashboards, and KPIs to make it better. So we amplify it. So back to my vision, we take the best of the breed technology out there, we simplify it, and we amplify it. In a nutshell, it's very easy to use. Business people can actually do analytics anytime, anywhere. They can be using their desktop, their web or mobile devices, maybe on a coffee shop, maybe on a bar with their smartphones. Very easy to use. For IT, it's also very easy to use because we use best of breed technology and we make it simpler. It's fast to deploy. Usually it takes hours or days to deploy this technology with a whole set of out-of-the-box components, versus it would take you months or years if you try to build it from scratch using just Tableau and Microsoft. So really fast to deploy. Expertise. DataSelf's core team has been working for over 14 years using best of breed technology, simplifying it and amplifying it. So we know CRM, we know Saleslogix, we know BI tools, and we know how mid-sized companies use those tools for better reporting. So you get from us that from us as well. Finally, our solution cost is really low. If you try to build this from scratch, it's probably going to cost you 6 figures or more. With us, it may cost you even 4 figures, depending how you go about it. So really low cost. So that's what we do. Because we use best of breed components, we call our solution is like a Ferrari among other BI players in the mid-market. We're not inexpensive. We are, a little bit more expensive than other players. By far, we do not cost a Ferrari. We do not even cost a Toyota. Actually, as I mentioned, we can be in the 4 figures investment for you. Really expensive. But we are pretty much providing one of the fastest solutions, the most exciting ones, the easiest to use. They are really designed for people looking for an edge when it comes to the decision-making process. So that's our analytics. So we're going to jump now into the test drive, the most exciting part of the presentation. I'm going to break this into 3 components. I'm going to be talking about secure access to our framework. I'm going to talk about sample KPIs out of the 2,000. And finally, I'm going to show some ad hoc analysis. So let's buckle up, put the helmet on, and let's have our spin on our Ferrari. Alrighty. So most of the time, business people will access our technology through a web portal. They can use, again, a desktop, a web, or mobile device. When they log into this portal, they will only be able to see their own dashboards. So if I'm the CEO, I would only see the CEO dashboards. If I'm a salesperson, I would only see the sales team dashboards. If I'm a person from finance, I would only be able to see the finance team dashboards. Now, when I scroll through my available dashboards, and I select one of them, like this one, for instance, then the security can be built in a way that, let's say, I am the rep for California. When I open this dashboard, I would only be able to see top customer by sales this year in California. The rep from Florida opens the same dashboard and views top customers in Florida. The big boss opens the same dashboard and views top customers across all territories. So one dashboard serving different people with different needs. Very cool, very smart. Now, when we build the dashboards out of the box, when you have more than 2,000, we try to make them very insightful. Again, we want business people to have insightful ideas quickly and efficiently so they can act on, not spend so much time getting to the insight. So this is an example of dashboard that is insightful in our perspective. It shows a very simple concept. It's a top performers. In this example, top customers by sales this year to date. So here are my top customers by sales this year to date. And each one of them, they have a bar, bigger sales. Now, the color of the bars are represented by gross profit in this schema here. So now, just by knowing this, I can tell that some of my clients, my top clients, are not so profitable. And that may be an issue that I may have to do a better job. So knowing that may be critical. I also have these black dots that have the profitability here in this schema, so I can also see profitability from 25% just looking at the black dots. Once you know this dashboard, once you understand what you're looking at, next time when you open this dashboard, it's going to take you a few seconds to realize which of my top clients are not so profitable, and maybe I have to act upon it. Again, we try to make it fast for you to have valuable insights so you can act on them. And we have lots of reports looking at top performers. Now, let me show another concept. Another important way of looking at your information is looking at the tip of the growth curve of your major key performance indicators. This is an example. I'm looking at the tip of the growth curve from a sales standpoint on a year-to-date basis. And this is showing me which customers have grown the most in sales since last year to date. Likely happy customers, maybe I don't have to worry about them. But also the top customer by sales decline since last year to date. If I have recurring customers, these ones are in trouble. And maybe I have to do something to fix that. So knowing who they are is very critical, and a report like this would show you. We have several reports showing top growth and decline from different perspectives. And again, give you insights into important things so you can act upon them. Quick, important insights so you can act on them. Another example of critical reports we provide is what we call exception reporting. Exception reporting is critical when you're analyzing things that are no longer happening. And this is an interesting example. If you have recurring customers, why these customers are no longer buying. In my example, I have customers who are buying the last 60 days, but not in the last 30 days. Maybe it's okay, maybe it's not okay. Maybe in your business you want to see who were buying last year, but not in the last 90 days. It's easy to change these buckets. The point is, looking at exception reporting, looking at things that are no longer happening is usually critical. And we have lots of reports looking at those perspectives so you can focus on what is really important. I'm going to show one more example of out of the box, and then we're going to do some ad hoc analysis. Let's take a look at the geography analysis, which quite often for sales and Saleslogix is quite useful. So here I have a map of North America, and I have bigger bubbles for sales amount, actual sales. This could be potential sales. This could be probable sales. Could be any kind of sales metric from Saleslogix. So in this case, I'm looking at actual sales, bigger bubbles, bigger sales. And then the bubbles are sliced by the size of the deals, small, medium, and large deals. We could have sliced them by probability, by status of the opportunity, you name it. In this case, it's deal size. Now I can easily change here and see how they're growing over the years, over the quarters, over the months. So let's say I'm looking from 2012, and every time that I click here, I go to next year. Are the bubbles getting bigger? Are the slices, let's say the blue slices for large deals, getting bigger? So very, very easy to see those things happening. I also see on the left, salespeople, bigger bar, bigger sales, profitability using the same color schema, in what my top products by quantity shipped are. Now, if I want to analyze just the West Coast sales, I could use the mouse and select those 3 states, or I could use my fingers on, let's say, my iPad And when I do that, I change my dashboard to show only salespeople selling to those 3 states and what product were shipped for those 3 states. Very easy. Now, if I click on Sam here, now I further drill down and I'm showing what Sam is selling to those 3 states and what products he's been shipping. Making these changes is very easy, and most business people will be able to do this without much assistance at all, even without training, using their mobile devices and web devices, anytime, anywhere. It's really impressive. Now, some business people, they may want to do this, may want to slice and dice extensively dashboards. For those users we call the power users, they will have the edit button. So when they click the edit button, they go into the power user interface. Now, this engine here was designed by Stanford University professors who studied how business people look at business data and have insights from it. And this is a journey, it's a process. A business person needs to view the data to have the next question. And that's why when they ask a consultant to build a report or dashboard, it takes many questions and many interactions until the dashboard gets ready. It's a journey. It takes interaction. It is what it is. So these Stanford University professors, they came up with a software engine that helps decision makers walk through the journey by themselves with no assistance or little assistance from IT. So let's see how that works. So here I go to this dashboard and I see the 3 components of my dashboard. And when I go to this one here, let's say I see, my salesperson, product line, by year, sales and gross profit. Okay, awesome. I see all this information, but hey, it's too much information. I want to see less or I want to see more. How can I change it? It's very intuitive. I just drag and drop things. Suppose I don't want to see product line. I just drag it out and I just remove product line. I don't want to see year. I drag it out. And that's it. I just see sales by salesperson and gross profit. Very easy. Maybe it's the opposite. I want to see more things. I want to see sales by salesperson by customer. You just go to this list of reporting components. You find your parameter. I want to see customer name. I just drag and drop using my fingers on my iPad, let's say. And there it is. By salesperson, by customer, sales and gross profit. Maybe I want to put back my time. I want to see by quarter, by year, by week, you name it. You just drag and drop. Very easily, very quickly, you can make changes that otherwise it would take a long time for business people to implement. They would have to call a consultant. So this is very exciting. So that was my Ferrari drive. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let's circle back to my PowerPoint and wrap it up. First of all, I have some good news for you. Because you attended this webinar, you're getting a 1 ticket for a draw to drive a real Ferrari on a racing track. Very exciting. In July, we're going to be taking all of these tickets and pulling some lucky winners. Many actually lucky winners. And to get more tickets, you already got one. What you have to do is just follow us on Twitter. Just follow us. You got a ticket, another ticket. It's not a police ticket. It's actually a ticket for a draw. If you follow us on LinkedIn, you get another ticket. If you mention us on Twitter and LinkedIn, you get more tickets. If you evaluate DataSelf analytics, you get tickets. And if you buy subscribe, you get more tickets. So I hope you engage with us, have some fun, and hopefully we'll see you on a Ferrari racing track in July. So this is a quick news for you. Let's open for Q&A. If you have questions, please use the GoToMeeting chatting box, and we're going to be addressing them right now. So let's see if we have questions. There you go. We have questions. First question is for Jennifer. How do you compare with Saleslogix Advanced Analytics? Jennifer, thank you for your question. We pretty much always get this question in this webinar. Saleslogix Advanced Analytics is a great technology available from Saleslogix as an add-on. Actually, let me change my PowerPoint here back to this page here. Saleslogix Advanced Analytics is actually an OEM from Typical. and Tipico is this provider here. It's a great technology. However, in our assessment, Tipico is a little bit more designed for companies who have more IT in-house. Is not so well designed for business people. It's not so empowering for business people. While Tableau right now is considered much better for empowering business people with easy access to reports and data analysis and changing them on the fly. So that's one of the benefits. Our solution is considered easier to use than Saleslogix Advanced Analytics. The second main difference is advanced Saleslogix Advanced Analytics pretty much can pull data from Saleslogix, period. We can pull data from any data source. So let me show you here. I'm going to go to my website, and I'm going to go to the software architecture. We can combine data from Saleslogix with your ERP system. If you have one of the Sage ERP systems or Microsoft ERP systems, most likely we have the connection ready to go, plug and play. And we can pull data from any other data source. So we integrate data from any data source, where it is usually Saleslogix Advanced Analytics can only pull from Saleslogix data. So that's the two main differences. Jennifer, thank you for your question. I hope I have answered it. Another question here we have is from Tony. Tony is asking, are the 2000 dashboards for Saleslogix? So Tony, thanks for your question. What you're asking is about the 2000 reports, dashboards, and KPIs. So some good news here. We're just rolling out a revised set of templates for all our products, including Saleslogix. In Saleslogix, the opportunity module from Saleslogix alone has more than 1,000 reports, dashboards, and KPIs. When we roll out the tickets module as well as the content management module for Saleslogix, we're going to be over 2,000. So yes, if you move forward with DataSelf Analytics, you're going to be getting out of Saleslogix more than 2,000 reports, dashboards, and KPIs. And if you have also ERP that you use DataSelf to integrate data with, then you're going to have more than 5,000 reports, dashboards, and KPIs. So this number is going to be changing in the next few months to more than double that. It's very exciting. So Tony, thank you for your question. Let's see if we have more questions here. Yep, we have a question from Mary. How do I get trained with DataSelf Analytics? Mary, thanks for your question. We have training, online training, self-served. You know, it's just recording videos. You can go and take them. Usually we give live web-based instructor-led training to get the feet wet, so you know how the framework works. So we provide, you know, web-based live. We have training videos. There's an extensive library of training videos to help you get up and running quickly and efficiently. Folks, we're almost over here. We have more questions, but we're going to be addressing on a one-on-one basis. Let me just wrap and tell you some important things here before you leave. If you go to our website and go to upcoming webinars, you know, if you want to get more tickets for the Ferrari draw, there are many other webinars going on. One of them is in April 24th, is about one of our clients and how they're using analytics for that. This is a very exciting webinar, very interesting. The inventor from this company, they built saw tables. He puts his own finger on an active table saw blade, and he doesn't get a scratch from it. It's very exciting. I recommend you to watch this video. It's really impressive. But we're going to have this webinar on the 24th where the VP, one of their VPs, is going to tell how they are using analytics for their better decision-making and improving their efficiencies. So hopefully you can join this webinar, get more tickets for the Ferrari. Hopefully, you know, join us on Twitter, join us on LinkedIn, and hopefully we'll see you at the Ferrari racetrack in Vegas, perhaps in July. So if you have more questions, if you want to learn more about business intelligence, analytics overall, this is my contact information, my cell phone, my email, my Twitter. I hope you have a great Thursday. Enjoy your day, and looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.